With E3 just around the corner, I figured it was about my time to throw my hat into the proverbial ring and talk about who I hope would be a newcomer for Super Smash Bros. Or as I'm going to call it, Switch Bros. Deal with it. So, because we don't have to worry about the limitation of the 3DS's hardware, instead we're focusing specifically on the Switch and all its hardware, we're going to be able to have a lot more newcomers. But, I'm talking about newcomers, not returning veterans. So I'm not going to be mentioning Snake or Ice Climbers. So, without further ado, let's go! Starting this list with a massive reach from the gaming universe, we have the kid with the Keyblade, Sora. Now it might seem unlikely, but hey, that's why this is a wish list. With the upcoming release of Kingdom Hearts 3, it makes some sense that Sora would see an introduction into Switch Bros. Throughout many of the games, Sora has a wide variety of moves and magic that would fit perfectly in Smash. I mean, his basic special could be like some basic magic like Fire, Blizzard, or you could charge it up to reach the second and third stages, much like the other charge shot specials. His side special could be Strike Rate, where he throws his Keyblade like a boomerang. His up special could be an up swipe, much like Lucina or Mars' Dolphin Slash. However, like Shulk, it would be able to be followed up with some extra hits for some slight damage and horizontal movement, since many of the Kingdom Hearts involve, arrow juggling. His down special could be Magnet or Reflect, as either a counter or projectile weapon, or, just some basic counter. I think for his final smash, it would probably be him summoning Donald and Goofy for a limit break, or even using his drive forms and buffing himself, kind of like Wario's final smash. For his 7 costumes, they could be based on Riku, Kairi, Roxas, Ventus, his Kingdom Hearts 2 outfit, his Dream Drop Distance outfit, and his Kingdom Hearts 3 outfit. Now, obviously this is super reaching out there, but hey, this is just an idea for if Sora unlocks into Smash. For number 4, I actually have 2 contenders, Decidueye and Incineroar as the Pokemon Gen 7 representative. Decidueye is a grass starter, and we haven't had one since Ivysaur was removed, but he was already in Pokken. Meanwhile, Incineroar would be a perfect fit as a melee fighter, but if Charizard is still in, then we would still have 2 fire-type starters. I excluded Primarina because, well, something tells me it wouldn't fit. For Decidueye, his basic special could be throwing feathers nearby, while his side special could be throwing them horizontally, kinda like Sheik's Needles. An up special could be to fly, and easily have a small multi-jump because, owl. His down special could be Spirit Shackle, which could be a small stun of sorts. For Incineroar, I think the neutral special could be Throat Chop, just sort of like a basic strong attack, kind of like Ryu's Focus Attack. The side special would make sense to be the Darkest Lariat, kind of like Ryu's Tatsumaki Senpuken. His down special could be some kind of basic fire attack that just hits on both sides. I don't know what it would be. Nintendo, figure that out. His up special could be, given that Incineroar is supposed to be a luchador, could be like Cloud's up special where it sends him up, right down, and then right down. Usual luchador kind of things. For Final Smashes, it could be their signature Z moves, Sinister, Arrow Raid, and Malicious Moonsault. Sinister Arrow Raid could be an aimed move, while Malicious Moonsault could be a grab Final Smash. For costumes, really, it would just be color changes. Most of the Pokemon don't really get that many cool colors, except Pikachu, and I guess Jigglypuff. I don't really have any specific thoughts about what this could be based off, but hey, this is just my character moveset theory if Decidueye spirits in the Smash, or if Incineroar wrestles the competition. As one of the biggest and newest IPs for Nintendo Switch, it'd be surprising if no one from ARMS got into Switch Bros. And as the mascot of ARMS, the likely contender as the representative would be Springman. Kinda like Little Mac, Springman would be a boxer, so all the specials would be punch related. Neutral special would be a long range punch, while I think the side special could actually be a grab, kinda like how Ganondorf has his command grab. However, due to the stretching nature of ARMS characters, I think that when Springman uses these specials, it would only move his arms, not him. It would make for some interesting counterplay, where if you miss your target, you're kind of a sitting duck. I think for his down special, he could be a parry or a counter, since that is one of his moves in ARMS. For his up special, I think he could have an angle grab, kind of like how Ivysaur had in Brawl and Olimar as well. For skins, they could be the color palettes of other ARMS fighters, like Ribbon Girl, Ninjara, Bite and Bark, Twintella, Lollipop, Springtron, and Dr. Coil. If not, also just, being the character themselves. Kind of like how Bowser Jr. swaps between all the different Koopalings. But hey, that's what I think would be the character moveset for Springman stretches in the Smash. going back into reaching territory for my number 2 spot, I would want to see Crash Bandicoot. The biggest problem is that Crash in his games is pretty basic with what he does, but then again, so is Sonic, so it's not too unreasonable. I mean, half of Sonic's moveset is him rolling into a ball at the enemies, so I think that most of Crash's moves would just be him spinning. His basic special would just be, you know, spinning. His side special could actually be like his bazooka, his Wumpa Fruit shooter. His down special would probably be more spinning, and his up special would be kind of more spinning. But like Luigi and Dr. Mario's down B, but up, and specifically more for flying. Or it could be his helicopter jetpack. I think for his final smash, it could be kind of like Super Sonic, where he puts on Aku Aku, and just kind of barrels through everything on the stage. All the characters and everything. It'd definitely be interesting. I would love to see some Crash themed levels. For skins, we could probably have things off the basic bosses like Neo Cortex, Entropy, Embryo, as well as also possibly having a Coco skin. But hey, that's just my character moveset theory if Crash Bandicoot crashes into Smash. Finally, for my number 1 hopeful newcomer for Switch Bros, I'd want Rex from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Being one of the largest and latest RPGs on the system, I mean this thing even got its own direct, it makes sense that there would be some representative for Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Because Rex has both Pyra and Mithra, I think he'd function kind of like the Pokemon trainer did in Brawl, with his down special switching between Pyra and Mithra. His basic special could just be him charging up an attack, kind of like Lucian and Marth charge up their Shield Breaker. His up special and both his grab could be his grappling hook, which he uses a fair amount in the series, while his side special could just be sort of a ranged attack. Not really sure any specific ones, but I'm sure Nintendo could figure that out. For final smashes, I'd say they either unlock the full power of the Aegis, which I won't talk about because it kind of goes into spoiler territory, or it could just be the level 4 specials of Pyra and Mithra, though it would depend on who you have. For costumes, I think it would be based on Rex's party members. You know, Nia, Morag, Zeke, Van Damme, and Tora. Unfortunately, those are only those, and there's not really too many others who I could see picking from, but hey, that's not my job, that's Nintendo's. But hey, that's just my idea for this character's moveset and costumes, in case Rex decides to bare his blade. Thank you everybody so much for watching. We'll find out soon, with E3 just around the corner, who's actually going to be in Smash, who's not, and who's going to be disappointed. See you all another time. Goodbye.